My name is Maryanne Deme, and I am the co-director for health and wellness for the Drum Corps. I'm also the head nurse. I'm a registered nurse and have been for quite some time. I have had the opportunity to utilize that special skill set to help with the Drum Corps and keep people healthy and safe and keep people on the field. That's my professional background. Personally, I'm a mom, a wife, a friend, and just really enjoy watching my kids and now my grandkids growing up and being engaged in the things they're doing. And I really like being a part of my community, especially right now, given what everybody's going through with the pandemic. I feel fortunate to have a skill set that can truly make a difference.
Describe your involvement or history with the Mandarins.
When our middle daughter was 15 years old, she was in color guard in high school and she wanted to go to color guard camp. And quite frankly, we had really not a whole lot of experience with Drum Corps other than to say that when I was in high school, this band, that's what I knew them as. They'd come up every summer at my high school and they were really loud. I remembered that when we went down south to go to a color guard camp with Nikki and ended up at the Rose Bowl, and we were sitting there watching, and Sacramento Mandarins. Wait, there's a group in Sacramento, and long story short, Nikki auditioned when she was 15, and we held our breath and just hoped for a call back, and she got a contract. So it was game on at that point. And, our first year we volunteered here and there. I didn't really hold the role with the medical side as much to begin with until I think people discovered what I do for a living. And then also her dad, is now a retired paramedic from Cal Fire, and he was a fireman for 32 years. So, it was an opportunity for us to take our special skill set into the Drum Corps. But got into the Mandarins, and as we all like to say, I got tabuchied. So here I am. And, JW came to me and he said, so I could really use a nurse. I need a nurse. Not, do you wanna? Just I need it. And so of course I'm happy to help. I so much look forward to everything we get to do with the Drum Corps and everything we get to do with the organization, being there for the grand opening of the music center, having the opportunity to help at the camps. So I really, it's something that we enjoy a lot. I take health and safety very, very seriously, and that's how I was very proud of the last year when we were out on the field and actually competing, and we had a few people with a few bumps and bruises and maybe a few sprains, a little cold here and there, but nobody had to leave, nobody had to go home. And it worked out really, really well. So, we even had a broken bone that healed up a few weeks later and ended up on the floor for finals. So it was amazing.
What woman or women in history or present day have you been inspired by, and why?
Immediately what came to mind for me is my daughters, not only my own daughters, but my daughter-in-law, and their strength and their perseverance and their love for their family, even when, they can't stand each other. To see my daughters standing strong as women and having each other's backs. I've gotten to work with amazing women with the Drum Corps. Joanna and Michelle and Kathy and you and Sam, and you guys all really truly inspire me. I'm in a very female dominated profession in nursing, and so I could tell you, all the amazing nurses that inspire me. But I think really lately what's really inspired me a lot is to see somebody who has a true, a passion, this drive to just share their passion with the world and to put it out there. To be in the presence of the performance that the Mandarins do, and to see the women in the Mandarins, just stepping up and putting it out on the floor, everything that they've got. It's really inspiring.
How has being a woman impacted your professional life? Any positive or challenging experiences?
You know, it's interesting because for such a female-dominated role that nursing tends to be, we do still see a lot of inequity when it comes to roles of leadership. And that's disappointing. It's really disappointing to still face that in 2021. I'm just going to bring a real recent story to light. I was watching the news last night, and I was so disappointed in the March Madness NCAA, and to see, you know, the disparity in the women's weight room and the men's weight room. And I just thought, we're still here. But I also reflected on, no, we're not, because the Mandarins aren't, because you wouldn't see that in the Mandarins. You would not see that in the Mandarins. We are all one and all united. And so I think for me right now, you know, in my profession, like I said, lots and lots of women, but what's a little disappointing, and I hope to see change, is to see more women in leadership roles, and women to be praised for their strength, and to not have this sort of assumption that because somebody has strength and they have drive, that they're mean or something like that. No, they just have drive and they are moving forward.
What advice do you have for young women who are just starting out in their field?
Learn. And if you think you know it, learn some more. Never take no for an answer. Always find a way to yes. Always be true to yourself and speak your truth. Don't be afraid to speak your truth, because it's important. Don't be silenced by opinion, but listen. Be as quick to sit down and open your ears as you are to stand up and open your mouth. But don't be afraid to stand up and open your mouth, because you have to stand for what's right. You have to stand for what's true, and you have to stand for what's honorable.
How has your experience with the Mandarins, or drum corps in general, impacted your professional journey?
Oh my gosh, enormously. In my professional life, what's been really wonderful is, you know, I work for Dignity Health, a part of Common Spirit Health, and their drive for inclusivity very much mirrors the same spirit that the Mandarins do. And it's wonderful to have not only my volunteer life and what's really become a passion for us too, to be part of the Mandarins, but also my professional life, really be able to go hand in hand. And, you know, I mean, I'm around science nerds all the time, right? So for me to be able to, I can't tell you how many meetings I've shown the finals performance for a reflection, or a wow, look what's out there in the world. And then to get the opportunity to speak about the Mandarins and speak about how they make you do better. Like, that's all I can say is it makes you do better when you're a Mandarin and you're part of the Mandarins, even not ever marched or any of that. But what I know is that when I speak and I'm in my professional world, I'm always speaking as a Mandarin as well.
What does Women's History Month mean to you?
Well, I think it's wonderful. I think it's an opportunity to spotlight and highlight some of the wonderful things that women have done. I think it's an opportunity to also, though, stand arm in arm with the men in the world and in our lives as well, who have supported a lot of women to go for it and build their dreams. So I don't want to say that it's an anti-male kind of a month, because I don't feel like it is. It is just looking at women who have really stood up and stood out. And, you know, it's pretty incredible when you think about, you know, back when women couldn't vote. Seriously? You know, or, you know, you couldn't hold a job in a lot of places outside of the home, you weren't worthy enough, but then you look at amazing things like, the world wars and all of the women that built airplanes, flew airplanes, and did all of those things. So I think it's really exciting for women my age and, pretty set in our careers and whatnot, to be reminded and have the opportunity to see what those that came before us did and the trail we continue to blaze for those that are behind us.
Are there any women-focused resources you use that you can share?
What I would like to say is that if you're a mom like me and your kid's in drum corps and you had no idea what drum corps really was, don't stay silent and sit back, because this wonderful thing that we call drum corps, it doesn't happen without all kinds of people in all walks of life. So especially for me and near to my heart is the health and wellness piece of it. If you're a medical professional of any kind, we can't afford to pay doctors and nurses, but we sure would love the volunteer help to bring your expertise and help, keep everybody safe. And that extends to the entire organization. We have our music academy with all of the different classes in there, and they can certainly use help there. And then just to be a part of the music center and all the amazing things that are happening at the music center, from the bingo to feeding the seniors. And, you always have something to give. Everybody has a gift to share. Not everybody's good at everything, but everybody's good at something. And so sharing that gift, that would be the resource that I would put out there. I mean, I had no idea what I could possibly do to help, when this journey embarked, but I'm pretty clear on what my role is now.
Absolutely. I mean, since I've started volunteering, all the things I've done, it's wild. Can you share any thoughts about ways to uplift all women's voices?
You've no idea what somebody else's story is. So many assumptions are being made out there in the world today about, this person's terrible for this, and why did she do that? And oh my gosh, look at her, whatever's. It's not your story, and you don't know the story going on there. Stop for a moment and celebrate what that person has overcome, and in particularly thinking about women. And women tend to be higher risk for abuse, at higher risk for negligence, and so I'm very fearful for the way that things are right now with COVID and isolation, all of those things. So what I would say to anybody is, don't judge. Speak up. Put a hand out. How can I help you? Say hello. I mean, you might have a mask on your face, but your eyes can speak. And so I would just really encourage anybody to just uplift and honor other women for where they're at and what they're going through and how far they may or may not have come. Everybody has a journey and everybody has a story to tell, and you can come from, dirt poor, having nothing, and put yourself through college or not, maybe you become a lineman and you're the only electrician on your women's electric crew or something somewhere. But everybody's got a story that makes them unique and makes them who they are. And I just think that if we spent a little more time with calm and just being present and honoring other women for who they are, not what we think they are or should or could be, that we would find our own peace as well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, thank you for all you are doing, for the community and everything that you have gone through in the past year, to keep other people safe and, to put other people. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Ah.
And I just really appreciate you taking the time out, because I know how busy you are.
Just keep wearing your mask. It's the exhaustion's there for everybody, I know, but keep wearing your mask, follow those CDC guidelines, make sure that you are, speaking with medical professionals when you're wondering whether or not you should get the vaccine. And let's just move this thing forward. Did I show the puppy?
Sure, yeah, let's show the puppy.
Mackenzie, bring Smokey over here.
I think, are we meeting the new, the assistant to the co-director of the health?
Yeah, the assistant to the co-director. He's going to, I think, be everybody's therapy dog when we can finally get back to it. Oh, you're just big old boy.
All right, now tell everybody about this this sweet little angel.
Hi, I'm Smokey. And I'm a rescue. My mommy had 11 puppies, and she was abandoned in a car. And they found my mommy, and I was born with 11 siblings.
My goodness. Well,
Right.
welcome to the Mandarins family, Smokey.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a purple collar. Don't you worry.
I love it.